for
As
sure.
soon as Hogan mode, or I guess they got rid of Scrub, that it disbanded, but as soon as that happened, the price of gold tanked.
The price of gold. Everyone knew.
That's
Even if they
hilarious.
didn't know about Rocket
I've
League.
got to find a bin. I've got chewing gum and it is disgusting.
Justin, what are your thoughts on Hogan mode and the latest news?
I didn't know who the team was until today.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Okay, but it's not like an ego thing. It's
Everyone
more,
thank Justin for coming on.
It's not an ego thing. I feel bad for Scrub. I just don't watch any Rocket League. EU goes on, I'm sleeping. My schedule's so
Do you
screwed.
hear what he
that I'm
said, Johnny? Justin didn't know about Hogan mode until today.
You didn't know?
See, I have Twitter uninstalled,
But
so
Scrub's
Smart,
like
that's
your...
smart.
I'm out of
honestly.
the loop.
Smart.
Every time an EU event's going on, I'm sleeping
Yeah.
because my schedule's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Same with NA,
And
honestly.
it's boring, to be honest. Like, why watch? Like, it's just the
So
same
true.
team, same every
So
time.
true.
Vitality win. Who needs to
So-
watch that?
I'm just out of the loop because I don't watch, and I just have most social medias uninstalled.
But Scrub's
Mm.
like your nemesis. You know, you should be keeping tabs on him.
Yeah, he's on the. He's doing better than me nowadays.
He's on the he's on the come up. Well, he's not because he's just been kicked.
Yeah, he's been benched.
Yeah, he's
So,
he's in trouble.
Are we just going to go... Wait, have you changed your title?
Yeah, title's
We're just gonna
changed, so
go-
I guess this is Chalkcast. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Chalkcast number 44, live from RLCS. I'm here with my co-host, Johnny Boy, and CJ, and our very special guest, Justin. What's up, everybody? How you guys doing?
We knew he was here.
Great.
We planned this way ahead of time.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
So this is great.
Yeah, it's going great.
This is the first one. It's taken 44 episodes for us to get a live show.
Yeah, and if you're listening...
We've been going for a year and a half.
if you're listening on after the fact, this is at the end of day one of
Yep.
the spring major. So if you haven't heard the results and you want to, then go and check them before we spoil it all for you. But for those of you who have already heard it, yeah, EU just got all the upper bracket top 6 or all the upper semi spots.
Yep.
And now NA's gonna have to team kill each other. So that's where we're at in the
In
current
lowers.
live timeline.
Plus, get around Rule 1 and Liquid.
Yeah,
Those are probably
Yeah.
the biggest threats.
And
I would
OCE,
assume.
obviously,
I don't see.
as well.
Well, I don't
And
know.
Elevate, of
I don't
course.
know.
Elevate.
Elevate, yeah. I'll put Elevate there.
Elevate took a game off Vitality as well, for those that, maybe didn't want to watch the B stream, which I called the A stream.
Mm.
Well, actually, no, sorry. The B stream was the main stream today. That's
It
in my
actually
mind.
was pretty sick. in
There
the
was some
mainstream.
sick games.
Very good.
Justin, how many of the games did you catch today?
The one we watched earlier,
Okay.
and then this one.
All right, that's not
Yeah.
bad. That's 2 for
And both
how
times
many
NA
games
lost.
were today?
GG. That was a tragic ending, by the way.
That was really bad. No, AJG did miss a completely open net. They could have sent Vitality to the lower bracket for the first time they split. It didn't happen. It's a bit tragic there. But okay, Justin, there's a lot going on with NRG right now. Squishy just got removed, or he left. I can't remember the exact
Yeah,
wording.
let's talk about the elephant in the room.
That's the first thing we would. I mean, it's public, so
Yeah, he dipped on his own terms. No
Okay.
kick happened.
no kick
Yeah,
happened.
okay.
So what are your thoughts on that? You tweeted back at him.
Yeah.
So what do you say, if you remember?
What, my tweet?
Yeah. Do you remember? You said you uninstalled Twitter. Do you remember? What were your thoughts towards him and the whole situation?
Well, I've kind of known about it for like 2 weeks now. He's kind of, I don't know. Ever since the whole Garrett thing, I think, with the Shopify, he kind of just wanted to leave on his own and try different things. And then, like, we all agreed after, what was it? We caught an L last regional. I think it's just best to, all part ways. Not all, but, see what each of us individually can
Like
do.
explore options.
Explore options, exactly.
Yeah.
Because Garrett's
so-
doing, like I said, the Shopify thing.
Yeah,
to
see,
play.
like the whole Shopify thing I was doing as well. I was going to do, but I figured not to just because scrimming now with these old teams when every other team after World is going to end up switching is kind of pointless right now.
So you're waiting for the big.
Waiting for the
implosion.
big implosion to scrim all the new teams.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll be trying out probably other rosters. And who knows, maybe those won't go well and me and Garrett stick. But anything is possible.
Yeah.
So, for you guys, obviously, there's been people asking, NRG, when are they making a roster change? You guys stuck for the season. Was this just like a conscious choice with you guys, like, no matter what, we're going to stick it out for the season and see what happens? But now, obviously, the season's over. Like, it's time? Or, like, was this, like, always a thing? You're going to stick it out for the season no matter what? You weren't looking at a roster change?
We were going to stick it
Before.
out no matter what.
Yeah.
I think as, like, delusional. Like we believed.
Don't say delusional.
That's not self-delusion.
We believed.
Yeah.
You know, we like I don't know complexity. I mean, I know scrim results don't mean anything, but we felt good in scrims. It's just we could never translate it, and it sucked. But we really had hope in like each of us to do well, but it sucks that we didn't.
But it was pretty close because spring you were 6th place, so that's one off making the major, and then
They're always there.
At
like,
Winter, Dignitas
there.
made the major, and you know nobody would rate Dignitas that crazy highly, even in Winter. Like they were consistent, that's why they made it. So it definitely was possible.
Yeah.
Like you were right there at spring, at fall, Winter. Dignitas made it, so I think you guys could have made it if Dignitas can make it. There's a list of teams who could have made it. No disrespect to Dignitas, but yeah, this one again, anything could have happened. You were still in the running until the last event, along with like 10 teams. So I wouldn't say like it's delusional. Like if you guys believed in it, like you guys are the only guys who know.
But to like the
all of what's
outside
going on.
world, like people just thought we were just stupid.
But like
stuff.
for you, like to think no, we could have made it is in hindsight true. You could have made it.
Yeah, and we like every time we played, we felt like some sort of improvement as a team together.
Yeah.
Like mental and like just and all that stuff. We felt improvement, so we were super confident. It's just we can never bring it on the field when it really mattered.
But also, like, in comparison to other teams, like, some teams win events and make roster changes. So the fact that even though NRG were close, like, they still, compared to other teams that look good and make roster changes, people would say it was delusional. I'm not saying it was... No, I'm saying, like, in terms of... look, guys, I've worded that terribly. What I was saying was that, like... You know what I'm saying. Like there's roster changes that happen that you're like, come on, they look really good. There's other times, you know,
like
NRG,
Hogan mode. Hogan mode just
like
happened.
Hogan mode.
They just benched Scrub.
I mean,
their
but
talisman. Their
You
gold
really
palace
never
savage.
know what's going on behind the
You
scenes.
don't know.
Yeah,
True,
it's
more
not
personal,
100% always like a gameplay issue.
Yeah.
It could be like attitude, like I don't know, just like if you're showing up. To
It could be
scrims
a
or
work
not.
ethic thing. Like
Yeah,
I
exactly.
know for lots of players who are just like, I want teammates who want to work as hard as me, scrim as much as me.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it's often behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Squishy, I remember tweeted years ago when he was still in Cloud9 that he didn't think when things are going wrong, roster changes. He doesn't know why people always make roster changes. I'm paraphrasing this massively, but yeah, he was like wondering why do teams have one bad result? They're like, okay, that's it, it's over. And I saw a graphic the other day that showed he was a part of the 2 longest standing sets of 3 players.
Yeah.
I think you Garrett and Squishy were like 9 days off.
I think
Yeah,
it's like
unlucky.
20 maybe, something
Yeah.
like that.
I swear it was like less.
Someone
than that.
put
It
up
was
said
close.
9 days.
I
Like
swear-
Muffin
Someone
Man,
in
9
chat
days
probably
long.
knows.
Did you not like tell Squishy when he's like, I think
Yeah,
I'm
do you
gonna
feel
go, I'm
flat
gonna
about
leave?
that?
You're like, can you just give it another 10 days, bro? Like
No,
we're almost there.
we actually didn't tell Squishy that, but me and Garrett talk about the 2,000-day streak of being
Yeah.
a duo all the time.
Oh, of course, you get the longest duo.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
for everyone in the chat, we're keeping the 2K streak alive.
Mhm.
We're not stopping at 1999. So we're going past 2K.
Wait,
so
what are you guys at now?
I think we're like,
So it's close enough that it's happening soon.
I think it's like a week or 2, and then we hit 2K, right?
Wow, I didn't know it was that soon. That's
You realize that is a
insane.
long time.
Oh, that's
That's
dude,
like getting to
That's
numbers where
crazy.
I don't even know.
I
like,
was
How many
15.
years is that?
Yeah, I'm like doing the
That's
math in
like
my
over
head.
Is that
Five.
6 years? Or
I
something?
was
over
15 years old,
Wow.
and I'm turning 21 in a month.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
See, like that's
Almost
past.
6
That's like a
years.
marriage. That's like.
Well, see,
how
like,
do you still like
actually-
each other?
No, the biggest, like, I swear I read somewhere that the biggest road bumps in a relationship are year 2, 4, and 7. So actually, you're clear for
passed.
another year.
Yeah, you're
like,
clear.
you're
You
good.
should be good.
And then at year 7, you might hit the biggest road bump and be like, this is rough. But
We're
if you
going to
make it
10.
past that, like, it's
You're
just like
golden.
forever. Like,
yeah, it's perfect.
it's all uphill.
So Squishy, he wrote on the tweet, he wants to get back on top. That's his mindset. So he's obviously looking for options. This isn't a retirement. This is all about all 3 of you still wanting to be the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Squishy, as much as you guys meme on him about Squishy rules. and
Oh,
like-
that's
yeah, we
it. That's it.
didn't
even-
Right.
Let's-
Let's not throw the chalk cast
Hey,
under the bus.
Hey,
let's throw Johnny
let's
Boy.
give Johnny credit where credit's due.
I mean, Squishy's like he has the worth ethic. You know, there's some things and like tilts everyone at some point. I mean, I used to get pissed off all the time at just very small stuff. I mean, it happens to everyone, but I know, like, I'm super confident in him to build a really good team, and I support him, and I think he's still very good to get back to the top again. And I think no matter who he picks, even if it's like, I don't know, it could be someone transferring from EU, who knows,
Whoa.
some other continent. I don't know.
Scrub Kill is available.
Scrub
That's
Killer.
interesting.
Does seeing, I guess, like Space Station now, you know, they're the NA #1 seed with that team that just feels like, you know, it's not, you know, the greatest respect to like a V1. You know, it's not about like a team of the best players or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like just a
Yeah.
good team. Does that give you confidence that you could pick up, I guess, anyone, and as long as like you find a good team, not just like the best players. You don't need the best players in the region.
At the end of the day, it's a team game.
Yeah.
It's not 2018 where, not to boost my
Just
ego
mech.
a little bit. What I was like one of like the only mechy players at
You're
the time.
clear.
Yeah.
Clear. Yeah.
So it was like easy to 1v3, easier than it is now. I mean, everyone pre-jumps you. This guy used to pre-jump me all the time.
You used to fly, and I would just be scared. But then I had to fight my urges of being scared. I would
Yeah.
just jump and pre-jump.
Yeah, but
You know, speaking of squishy rules and scrims, I was talking to Vitality yesterday, or no, it would have been 2 days ago. 2 days ago at night, we went out to see the fireworks for the Independence Day. Big up Independence Day. As a
Yep.
Scotsman, I find that very inspirational. But anyway, off topic. Yeah, so I talked to Vitality, and they were talking about who's doing well in scrims and, you know, who they like playing, who they don't like playing, and they're listing up all the teams they didn't like playing. They were like, they have cringe kickoffs, cringe demos, and they just
any
refuse.
leaks?
I don't know if I should say that because that's on Vitality, but
I think
Can I-
that, I'll say
you guys
it.
could probably
South
guess.
American
Can I take a
teams.
guess?
South American teams.
Uh,
yeah, South American teams. Middle Eastern teams always get told about that as well. Like, obviously, it's very public that Vatira and Zen in 2v2 hate like Naipo and CRK's kickoff strats, so that's pretty well known. But yeah, they think having kickoff strats is cringe, and demoing is cringe, bumping cringe.
I mean, I've
faking by mistake cringe. But
I know I can't say anything about that, but I've matured now that it's part of the game,
Mm.
and
part of the game.
see, I what I said to them is, you know what's even more cringe than all that? Losing.
yeah.
So
Oh,
That's true.
Maybe
At
just-
the end of the
maybe just
day,
win.
if they're spam demoing, what can you do about it? I mean,
yeah.
and if they're just doing kickoff cringe stuff,
Kickoff.
You can still be mature about it, but still call it cringe.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they're still doing kickoff stuff, I mean, at the end of the day, it's all practice. Like, you're just practicing new strats to get at a higher level, and yeah. I mean,
But if you don't like learn from it and just call it cringe, then you're not getting better as a player, are you? If you're just
Yeah.
like, oh, what can I do? It's cringe. You know, like air dribble bumps. Well, you should be getting better at defending them.
yeah.
Maybe.
Mm.
So it's like mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway.
I wish my mindset was like that. Like when the whole, remember the NRG trolling scrim era?
Yeah.
Johnny, do you
Um,
remember that?
Yeah, do you remember that
I
one?
do remember that one. I was view partying RLCS. I don't even remember what RLCS it was, and instead of actually watching the game, I just spent an entire 45 minutes making the general commandments with my chat. Mostly chat. Like, honestly,
It is a good meme. Though.
I,
It was
I
a good
remember watching a clip of you a long time ago. You were watching me play.
Yeah.
It was either like a scrim or a series, and I went for a demo, but I faked the demo to make the guy in that jump, and you're
Yeah.
like, why is he not going for a demo there?
Oh.
And he's like, does he not want to bump? I'm like,
No, I used to criticize you guys a lot. Like, that's probably, there's probably many clips of me watching you guys play
Yeah.
and me saying, oh, why didn't they go for the demo? Because I thought for a long time that you guys didn't do
They
it
played like
enough.
clean Rocket League.
It was
Yeah.
like they were. I felt like you were overeager to go back. It's like I mean, if in some cases, some players are always like that. The third man never overstays for demos. He's like, I've got to get back. I'm the third man. I need to get back. My teammates are gonna overextend. But like, you've got Garrett and Squishy in your team, especially. So I probably would have talked about you the most. I'm like, you don't need to. I probably didn't feel like you needed to rush back because you've got Garrett and Squishy. They're not
Yeah.
going to overextend. That's not
Yeah.
something they do that often. So you probably had a lot more leeway than. Well, I thought you had a lot more leeway to do that. Just literally, you know what Com does, where he's just like, he doesn't leave. Instead of rotating, he's just like going across the box, back
Yeah.
and forward.
Classics.
I feel like you could probably do that.
Classics.
You know,
Yeah.
playing with Garrett and Squishy, you could probably just do
Throw
that.
him back.
They wouldn't. I don't think they
Well,
would
why are you
overextend.
telling them now, dude?
too late.
I said it. This is what I said in the clip. Like he's talking about. I said it. A
You
long
took
time
too
ago.
long.
This will be on YouTube and Spotify, won't it?
Yes,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
probably when I get home, because
Yeah.
I don't think I'm able to do it from
So
here.
if you're watching it
Yeah.
live, you're getting the live action.
Yeah,
As you said,
true.
if you're listening post record, this is after day one. So
Yeah.
anything could have happened for what we're going to talk about.
So
You know,
it's like- we
Justin
should
could
make-
be on a new team.
We should make
by the time this
predictions
gets
then,
live.
obviously, about what is going to happen. We've
Yeah.
seen day one. It's a lot easier to predict. We've seen the teams play well. Justin's seen 4 teams play.
Do you know what the bracket looks like?
No. No.
Okay.
Okay, let's get-
Upper side is BDS Vitality.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
EU versus EU. Okay.
And then the other is
you go.
Moist versus
so EU versus EU
Carmine.
twice. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That is interesting. I mean,
that's the
I
upper side
I
of
did say NA might be the worst region ever.
And what
no. Oh,
isn't
man.
there like a percentage of something that like or what's the percentage of like teams winning the event if they come through the upper bracket?
Oh, it's like high 90s.
High
like
90s,
Very high
yeah.
90s. Yeah.
Probably so yeah, we probably got an EU champion here. Just based on some
Is that the
statistics.
percentage
Yeah.
of a double alien tournament or
For,
just
no,
in
well,
general?
for double them this season,
It'd
the
be
upper
higher
bracket
then, wouldn't
team
it?
won every time
Yeah,
in this event.
So-
There have been no lower bracket winners. There's been lower bracket winners, and Sam Crew did it. And did Rule 1 do it? No, they didn't, did they? Chat needs to help me out here. I think actually in MENA there were none. It's rare. It's very hard these days. You have to play so many times. You have to play well so many times in a row. And then you have to beat somebody twice. APAC, SSA did.
It's just so I think
Sam doing it's impressive. Crew doing that is in Sam is that's
anyway.
tough.
Look,
It's tough.
it's rare though.
It's
That's
very
what
rare.
we're trying to say. But it's so funny. It feels like day one, like a Thursday. It's kind of like, oh well, let's just get the games over and done with. But like NA are already in the bin. Like
NA's got their
we
tournament
know-
done with.
No, but
We've
see-
got a guaranteed EU Grand Final and probably a guaranteed EU major winner.
But let
after
me.
one day.
I think this is so. A lot of like NA fans might be looking at this thinking this is a snooze fest. This is
Yeah.
a boring timeline because
is
a
great.
lot of people think that domination in Rocket League is not fun. That when a team dominates, it isn't
It is
interesting.
fun, though.
Or when a region dominates, but I think it is interesting because.
It's not fun when it's not my team.
But
But
just,
no,
just
think
can
about
tell
it.
us about
the
like
two
the
most
Dignitas.
memorable finals, I think, in RLCS history was Season 5 and Season 6. And
Yeah.
that was because EU for Season 3, well, actually Season 2, 3, and 4 was so dominant that NA getting your guys' most memorable final of all time versus Dignitas, the dominant team, and then Cloud9 beating them the season after is more special because it wasn't the expected outcome. And that could happen here. Like, Worlds is coming up. EU, like, now it's proven to be pretty dominant. So if NA were to make like a crazy run and any team at Worlds wins, that's more special than if it's just like parity and anyone can win and then they win.
But Justin doesn't want something special to happen. He,
Oh,
he wants
no.
NA to be in the bin.
Yeah.
Why
More-
is that?
more
Oh, that's better
opportunities
for
for
you,
me.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said more opportunity.
I mean, the
This
way
is
it's
perfect
going,
for you.
like the way it's going, NA's blowing up after
Oh,
this
yeah.
season.
Yeah,
Like,
you've got pick of the
fully-
litter, bro. You can go
fully
anywhere.
blowing up. But I mean, like speaking of that, like having the dynasty and stuff, I feel like for me remember back in season 5, us OGs, but having having Dignitas and like they had this presence about them because they were like the super team.
It was
weren't they?
inevitable.
and it was like it was pretty cool. Like you wanted to be the team to beat the best team.
Bro, I remember, was it the bracket reset? After the bracket reset, we took a little break and we sat on stage, and then Mel, Violent Panda's girlfriend, walked up on the stage, and I don't know what she gave them. Like it was like water or something to like refuel, and then we were just sitting there watching it. Like it was so I don't know.
You're just
They
like,
were-
I wish we had somebody getting water for us.
yeah, it was. I don't know. And after that happened, we knew it was GG. It was GG.
You
Because
played,
you
you played
got
it
him
pretty
water?
close, though. You played it pretty
Wait,
close.
what is this story? Can you recap what's happening?
So you didn't leave to get water. You weren't like, wait, that looks kind of
Well,
good. I'm
I
gonna
don't-
go
I
get
don't think
some water.
they allow you.
They didn't let you leave back then.
I
The
mean,
stage.
I feel like they don't now. I
They
mean,
do.
No,
Oh, they
they
definitely
would
do
they
now.
would
unless,
send somebody.
Unless you really, oh yeah, they'll probably send someone.
Yeah.
But I know they're really like not strict, but like if you have to use the bathroom,
I swear
don't
they're
go.
allowed to leave now.
Don't go
am I
until
making that
unless
up?
you really have to.
Did
So
they
I
not?
don't know, unless it's like someone I don't know, but
Oh yeah, first killer had to go to the bathroom and he got a
yeah,
he got the timeout, free timeout there.
yeah.
He just left. That was
First killer
that's it.
Pissgate.
I thought when that happened, I was like, surely that has to be an automatic, like, you've voided your timeout if you do that. If you can't, because obviously you've got to make it a humane event. If somebody needs to go, you let them go. But that I think it should void their timeout because that's on them to not be prepared or to, to have a,
doesn't
a timeout
Nolly
like
have
that.
like hold your pee in meta?
He
Isn't that
does.
his-
Yeah.
A lot of players do.
Yeah.
I can't
What do you mean
that.
a lot of players do? What?
I've heard this from a lot of players.
Someone,
Yeah,
even somebody
apparently
in
when
chat.
you hold in like
makes them play
Gyro
better.
told me like he holds in his pee and he's God. He's crazy if he holds it in.
That is so stupid.
I can't
There's
do
no
that.
way.
I drink a crap ton of water, and when I gotta go, I gotta go.
Joyo does it too. What? Because you're like tapping
It's
your
like
foot. you're
like a sense of urgency. So I got to finish this game as quickly as possible.
There's like socks meta, like players taking their shoes off when they get to the stage.
take
They
Oh, I
like
used to do
suck
that.
them off.
Do
sock
I take
meta.
shoes off on stage.
Yeah.
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 Oh, that's the way to do
But-
it. You got to get
Yeah.
comfy up there.
Yeah, gotta make it feel
Gotta
like you're at
Get a
home.
pillow and a blankie. Why not?
Gotta get the dogs out.
Yeah,
Easy
exactly.
situation. Get them out now.
Let them puppies free.
Let those puppies fly.
Let the cement slappers hit that stage. Come on now.
Let the cement slappers. These guys.
So wait, hold on. To go back to the bracket though.
Yeah.
Starting with upper bracket, who wins? If it's like if we agree it's likely an upper bracket team, who wins?
I'm going BDS.
Give me a BDS.
BDS.
Yeah.
That's sick of his BDS actually.
Well, you guys don't like Moist?
What if we got like a Moist BDS dub and then like KC Vitality just lowers?
Lower KC Vitality top. They play each other for top 4.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind that.
That would be something.
I think BDS look good. The Rise has been so confident all week, hasn't he?
They were
Like
excellent.
I don't think Rise has ever been not confident.
confident.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Oxygen, like before that, I think they were in the bin. So like,
I mean,
he's
sure, he
pretty
did. He
honest.
did say he wants to go on a team that can win Worlds, and with Oxygen,
And he said
can't.
Moist, they were very, in the bin for the Fall Major as well. But I think, but haven't Vitality beaten BDS 4-1 like 3 times this split or something? It's just never close when they play.
Yeah,
So,
I think
yeah.
Like
yeah,
Vitality
Mew said
versus
that.
Elevate and Complexity, they've
Mew.
not played these teams in competition, so they're probably like uncomfortable. But versus BDS, I feel like
True.
they're just going to be comfortable. They're just going to win. I think
That's true.
now it's all EU. I think they're just going to be like, oh, thank goodness.
We're at home.
Oh, we've done this a million times. So I reckon
So
Vitality.
that match is when? Saturday?
Yes.
And
Yeah,
that's-
Saturday.
Oh, so it's like
That's,
basically all lowers tomorrow.
all
two-
lowers
yeah.
tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Round 1 and
Interesting.
2. We're going to eliminate 8 teams.
Oh, it's
wow.
8 matches tomorrow. Oh, I
8
guess
matches tomorrow.
8. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's a long day.
Yeah. That's why
Everybody strap in, huh?
at one point we were like, should we do
Buckle
Jotcast
up.
I
on
love this
Friday?
game.
No.
Thankfully, we didn't do Jawcast tomorrow,
That's
right,
what
fellas?
we were like,
Yeah.
should we do it that day? Wait, let's not do it tomorrow.
It's going
That's
to end
late.
stream as soon as the last match finishes. Like, I'll see you tomorrow.
There
There's
is
no crowd tomorrow.
yeah, no crowd tomorrow.
Just 2 days of crowd.
Well, there is a crowd. They're just not coming. Like, guys, you can come.
You guys can show up.
Someone's in chat like, wait, where's the crowd? I don't know. Like, it's open. If
You guys bought
it's
tickets,
just a
right?
Thursday, I don't know what they're doing.
So if there's a lower bracket run, who would it be?
It's just an NA crowd. They all just left. Like they saw EU winning, and they're not showing up.
Okay,
Yeah.
if there's a chance, like there is a small chance of a lower bracket winner, always. So if there is a team to do it, who do you guys think it would be? Like from the lower bracket?
Can I choose 2?
Yeah, why not?
Well, they run into each other, but Liquid or Rule 1.
Liquid or Real
They
One?
do run into each other,
Well,
right?
they're actually on opposite sides of the lower bracket,
Oh,
but yeah,
okay,
they
never
would.
mind.
They're any lower
Eventually they
bracket
would.
teams would have to play each other at the top 4 match, no matter what.
Obviously, I'm going to pick an OCE team. As soon as they,
So
win
wait,
that.
Come on.
what was the question again?
Who's
If
making the run?
anyone makes a lower bracket run, who would make a lower bracket run?
Okay,
If anyone at all.
so. Oh man, this is bad. Okay, I was gonna say Optic or Liquid
Floptic.
for 2 reasons. I love my boy Magic Bear, so
Yeah,
I'm supporting
the bear.
him
And the
100%. And Achronic's a big fanboy of me,
Mhm.
so I'll support him all the way. As
I
well.
feel like a lot of these players are probably big fanboys of you.
I don't know. Garrett seems to take that throne.
I don't know. I bet you they're all Justin fans.
Everyone
Who
loves
has to ask.
Captain America, but no one copies his presets. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think I've got people have got me Justin.
So
They
I'd
wanna be
probably.
Justin.
I mean, they run into each other if Liquid beats Elevate tomorrow or
Mhm.
tomorrow, right? Yeah.
Yep.
They run into each other round 2.
So you think that's the winner of
Whoever
Liquid
wins that.
Optic
Yeah.
will go the distance. Okay.
Gen G
okay.
overlooked.
But I'm
Yeah.
rooting for Magic Bear and.
I think
Iconic.
if I'm going to pick between Gen G Crew and Space Station, I'd probably pick Gen G.
I'm picking Gen G there. Yeah.
In that sort
Rule
of like
1's
section.
also like a really
Yep.
they're very good.
I still like Furia.
very good.
But,
I'm a
Furia looks-
believer in SSG in that one.
Surely
yeah.
Complexity looked the best in the bottom bracket. It's Furia,
Yeah.
Furia versus Nip, and then the win. That was a loud noise.
sorry.
I don't know if you guys heard
Sorry
that.
if they're at home, but I think someone just fell off a ladder.
Somebody like.
You guys ever hear like the pipe sound effect?
Oh, wow.
That was literally, dude. They were constructing something, and I heard the pipe sound effect for 20 minutes straight yesterday, and it was just like it was a non-stop loop.
There's some serious packing up going on.
Yeah,
Maneuvering.
they are tearing it down.
Oh yeah,
So,
because the B stream's getting torn down, so that's
Mm.
what you're hearing. You're gonna hear some screeching and banging.
Yeah, so Furia versus Nip,
Mm.
like all Brazilian matchup, and then the winner plays Complexity. So there's
Who's on
all
Nip?
SAM teams. That's the
That's
Mota
Astromic.
Bems Astromic team.
Interesting.
So they're pretty good, but they lost to Optic today, 3-1. Furia lost to Moist 3-1.
Let me talk about that NLP as well. I was watching that NLP Optic series, and
Yep.
their coach, he has like a booklet of strats, and
Oh, yeah?
I was coming in this game, and I was thinking, these these guys know what's up. But then they didn't play well. So
And they lost.
I'm not really sure what the counter strats were against Optic. I feel like they should have. I think they should have won that. I just think NIP were favourites in that matchup going into it. But let me tell you about the Bear. Well, he's been hibernating, but he's really going to show up in this lower bracket.
You've got the Bear versus Oski if Oski beats.
It's going to be the Bear versus the Giant. It's going to be good to watch. No, I think Furia, honestly, they looked really good for one game against them.
For one game, it's true. Yeah.
They look terrible. But look, type 1 in chat if you're excited for OCE versus OCE tomorrow.
That's
Because
actually
that is-
peak.
Any
Because
twos? Any
the
twos?
winner goes to Worlds, bro. The winner
winner goes
qualifies
to
for
Worlds.
Worlds, and the loser
Oh,
doesn't
I
make
didn't know
Worlds.
that.
Listen to this.
It's crazy.
Now, before you type, let me tell you, as I said, this is a Worlds qualification match. It is
Literally
a
a
best of
best
five
fight for Worlds.
for Worlds.
All right,
Wait,
who
do
is
they
it?
play each
LAN.
other?
Yeah, they play each other, and the winner goes to Worlds.
Best
The
of
loser
five.
doesn't go to
All right,
Worlds.
what team is Kaka on?
He's on
That's
ground
ground
zero.
zero.
All right, they're making it.
They're making
You
it.
think
Yeah.
He's
He's the truth.
a dog?
I
They
think
took they took Karma Corp's game 5 today. They need to be reverse
I
swept.
think his name's cool, so I'm rooting
It's a
for
cool
him.
name.
I think Kaka means.
It means poo.
I think it means poo. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say
yeah,
it
there
does
it
mean
is.
poo.
Also, so they took Ground Zero took Karma Corp's game 5 today. They played very well. Power took a game off Space Station. Apparently, pushed them pretty hard as well. So
Yeah, I was
they didn't do
serious.
too badly. But I was like I said earlier, I was talking to Vitality yesterday, and while I was chatting to them at the hotel, Ground Zero walked past, and Zen just yells not really loudly, but loud enough for Fiber to hear him. He just goes, "Fiber, uninstall." They're savages. They're just like somebody
Fiber.
walks past and they're just like, "Uninstall. You're bad. You're so bad.
Fiber.
You are trash." This is amazing. So the
Oh my
Vitality are very
God.
confident after
Yeah.
the scrims, but I think now after today they're probably going to be brought down to
Yeah,
reality
it
a little
doesn't even
bit.
matter.
Well,
the French is going to take over the whole scene.
They already have. It's
Yeah.
too late.
Wait, are all the French players in the upper bracket? Because the only EU team in the lower bracket is Liquid. They have no French players. Literally, all 4 teams that have French
Then,
players are in the upper
yeah.
bracket.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Honestly, Complexity threw that. If they just won that
That is
game,
bad,
it'd
dude.
still be like,
Dude.
oh, well, at least we
Oh,
got
did-
one
did you
NA
see
team
it?
up there.
yeah.
You saw it? Okay.
67%
Yeah,
of the
that
upper
was-
bracket
that
player,
hurt.
8 out of 12 of the upper bracket players are French. They're all in the upper bracket. What? No one could beat
That's
them.
mad.
Oh, I don't know if you guys saw after the
No.
first Moist series on main stage. Obviously, they're walking off the stage. Joe does an interview. He walks off last, and Vatira just gives him a big hug. And it's like just a bear hug. You can't release that grip
Yeah.
because it was like one of
Bring
those.
him back.
But eventually, he comes up here and then he says that Vatira is like, he said he's just like, "I love you, bro." And then Joyo said, "I love you too." It was so sweet.
That's actually awesome.
Yeah,
That is
That's
beautiful.
so awesome.
I love their friendship.
Shout
Yeah,
out
I've
Moist.
got for lower bracket tomorrow, Liquid, Genji, Rule 1, Complexity.
Who does Genji
Check it
play?
out. Genji plays Crew, and then the winner of that plays SSG. Yeah, Crew.
Do you think
Crew are not bad.
SSG is actually the #1 team in North America?
Oh, man.
Because I feel like I cop heat when I talk about them, like joking that they're the #1 seed, but they didn't win a regional. When's the last
That is
team that's
odd.
been a #1 seed that hasn't won a regional?
I don't actually remember.
From
That's a tough
NRAU.
question because that. Yeah, it's so. I mean, you get so many points for winning a regional
who
that
would you
you're
guys say
always.
if
How did
SSG
V1
isn't
not
number
make
one?
it if they won a regional? Is it
It's
like
because
is
they
that the-
came ninth.
It's so funny.
They came ninth. Like you have to
Oh.
lose so early twice to not make it.
If SSG isn't number one, then who would be?
Maybe Complexity.
This event complexity
Probably
looks
that's your
by
best
far
bet.
the best.
I was going
NA
to say
team.
Furia, but
I don't know about Fury, man. It's
if you were going to pick an NA team to win this event, who would you have picked before today?
Furia, because I think they've got a range for me. Like they could
Yeah.
win or they could just suck. Like
Yeah,
I
there's
feel like
such
they
a
just
big
rely
range.
on such like
They're all or nothing.
peak
Mhm.
on peak plays. Like Yan playing good, I feel like if he's good, then they're all solid. But if
Yeah.
like he's like not doing too great, then it's GG. I mean, he farmed us last regional. He was like peaking, and then the other the regional we beat him in, I don't think they were that
Yeah.
good.
And the draw, too. He farmed you in the draw.
Dude,
Whoa.
Whoa.
no. The game sucks. All right, rewatch that 0-second goal. That dude.
Oh, the
Oh.
leg. The
Yeah,
leg.
yes.
Yeah, it did rubber
How
band.
do
It
I
did
read
rubber
that?
band.
How
no,
do
that's
I
fair.
read
That's
that?
fair.
That's unreadable. Yeah, I don't know. Either Complexity or Space Station for me, but Complexity did look better, except for that. open.
Another
Except for
Someone
the
said,
last second.
someone said Razebull could have saved that last goal, but it was his fault for not
come
expecting
on.
AJG to miss.
AGG literally missed an open net, and
on.
CRR and Razebull are probably
Nah.
just like, right, let's not get in the way of this wide open net. And
That's definitely was AJG's mother
he
in
just
chat.
beamed it.
I mean, we need
It was actually Razebull's fault.
we need the experts on this. We need like every
Yeah.
POV possible because I need to see what happened.
Oh, somebody
Oh,
had it.
Someone
we
has
have
Someone
the
had it. You've got
POV.
it. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it was very bad. Like
Did he have
AGG
boost?
had
I
a
wasn't
wide
even
open
paying
net.
attention.
He had a lot
He
of
had 100
boosts.
boosts.
Oh,
He had
man.
He
had
like-
all the time in the world. He could have just like jumped and placed it. He dodged.
He like got to the right side of the ball and then like flipped right, like he dodged out
Yeah,
of the way.
yeah,
he
the
had
ball
it.
hit
Like
him.
back
he had the
foot
right
right,
line. If he
backflip
just
down.
did, I think it would have
It's like
gone
his
in.
finger slipped.
If he didn't dodge, I think it was a goal. I think he would
Yeah.
have just like slotted
Yeah,
it. Slow
like 3
motion.
miles an hour, it would have went in.
It would have.
Yeah, like a
Yeah, it
Rizzo
was
shot.
so mega open.
Just a heads up, chat. There's going to be some ads playing in about 35 seconds. So be sure to drop a primer if you guys don't want to see some ads. I cannot stop them, so.
Everyone
They're
drop a primer right
unstoppable.
now. Or a sub, you know.
Wow,
doesn't
either
have to
one,
be a
yeah.
prime.
Doesn't have to be a free sub. You might as well pay.
Yeah, and if you want to join our Patreon, we have 250 patrons as well.
Oh, yeah.
Shotgun.
Patreon.com/Shotcast.
patrons.
You get access to, I think we have 9 bonus episodes released.
More
Yeah.
coming as well.
More
I
content.
recorded
think, wait, we
so
might have
many.
recorded a 10th one actually before
We
we
might
left.
have, yeah.
I think we're on 10
Oh,
now.
So you
man.
get
Look
access
at
to
all the
10 bonus
Look at the
episodes.
primers. They do not want to get ads.
Wow, look at
Just
that.
in case Justin leaks who he's teaming with.
Yeah.
in the next 20 seconds.
So those ads are going to be in
That's
20
right.
seconds. We'll be asking that question right about then.
But okay, another interesting reality here is that V1
Yep.
are, I think, now hoping for both Optic and Furia to lose so that they remain the NA 6th seed. But then they also need, I think they need Gen G and, they need one of Gen G and SSG and Complexity to win into lower bracket round 3. Or else it's, no wait, there's only going to be 2 NA teams in the top 8 if Optic lose, actually.
I mean, what have I said this entire week? NA is.
If Optic lose, there's
Why
only 2
though?
NA teams in
I
the
don't
top
know.
8.
Tell
No
us
one-
why your
no one
region
knows
is
how to
so
play
bad.
Who would
as a
you,
team,
like-
including us?
is
But like, no one
there-
knows how to play as a
Including
team. I don't know. I don't know.
Is there like a team that you think would have a better chance here than the ones that made it from NA? Like, is it that
V1?
bad? Like V1, V1 would probably be the obvious choice. Do you think V1 would have a better
Phase.
chance while here?
G2.
Oh, yeah.
Of
that's
winning,
okay.
of winning, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
But
so.
also of being lower bracket round 1, 0-3-0-3.
No, no
like,
cap.
that's also
Get us
possible.
in there.
Get you in there?
Yeah.
Energy Phase V1
Get
do
us
better
in front
than,
of a crowd, man.
Yeah.
Then who
We'd
do
still
you
lose.
replace? Floptic, SSG? Who else?
Well, okay, so
Listen, if
Optic played NIP, who are from South America, and V1 can't beat South American teams, so V1 would have probably just lost that, and then they'd be in lower bracket round 1 against Furia, and they'd probably lose that as well. So, like, V1, they could just lose. Like, they might just, if they were in this event, yeah, they have a better chance of winning it than Optic, but I really, truly believe they have a better chance based on the fact that they keep getting eliminated early by SAM teams and Koi, that they might just bomb out. Like, they've got range as well, very big range, clearly. They've shown that consistently they can win or just lose early. But I do think they have a higher chance to win, though.
Yeah,
They've
I always
done it
want to say,
before.
chat, like, it's easy to say after day one where NA have underperformed to be like, oh, the teams that aren't there would have done better. Like, it's so easy to say that. Like, if
I
they
would-
were
But
to
no,
like
I
it,
think
you
the
know what I mean?
conversation was there though, even before the event.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I think V1 is a clear candidate if they're peaking, could beat anyone.
I think FaZe, if FaZe were instead of SSG,
FaZe
they,
as
they,
well.
would have had the same results.
How
FaZe
about
would beat
G2?
Empower.
I don't
Don't
even.
change
I don't
it.
even think V1 need to be peaking. They just need to not play like shit and get ninth.
Yeah.
Oh, we got another
Oh,
game
all
going
right.
on.
Oh.
Okay,
Day 2.
Welcome back.
welcome back. We're here for day 2, guys. We're gonna start out right real soon.
We've got that many series tomorrow. We need to start tonight. Day 2, Bog.
FaZe, okay, FaZe is an interesting team, though, because what on earth happened? How did they not make it? I don't understand. Like, they just had to beat Optic from a 3-0
Wait,
lead, and they
Did
somehow
anyone
lost.
get like an hours check on what's going on there?
Yeah, I did.
feel
I
like
did hear that as well.
I feel like no one plays the game on that team.
Yeah. Well, First Killer plays the game.
Oh yeah, besides first.
With that first.
I think Sip, like, when he first came into the scene, he had like crap ton of hours, probably like 100 past 2 for like straight a year. And I literally called it, like we called it, saying like everyone started like that. Me, Squishy, and all of them started like that, grinding 100 hours for years, and you just get burnt out.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what happened to Sip.
I think Mist has always been low hours. Though. Everyone's saying he's on 20 or 30. I can't remember the last
He was
time
on
that
30
he's-
during the regional, which is low for him, I believe. Like,
15
I think
For
50,
miss?
60 is like the low, like acceptable low for a lot of pros. But yeah, is 30 low for miss? Because I think he was on 30.
I think
last
40 is his norm.
I
So
think
30
40 is
might
his
be.
norm?
Yeah.
But that's like, it's 10 hours, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's also like a 33% reduction. Like, that's a lot.
That's true.
When you think about it as like how much he's actually playing. Maybe I think they probably were just so confident that they're going to make it. They're like, we're fifth equal.
I think
This'll be
some
our
players
walk in the park.
like don't need high hours, but it's going to catch up with you
I mean,
if
everyone
you've
has
done.
their sweet spot. for
But
sure.
if you've only played 30 hours
But you
for
need-
a
you need
year
to play
versus
the
someone
game.
that's played
You have
100
to.
hours for a year, like
Yeah.
you've played so much less Rocket League,
Mm.
like you're just going to be worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think so we're talking a little bit about like well, I guess it's been alluded to there's going to be some the great NA reset of
Yep.
rosters and stuff
Blow
like
it up.
that. And you're talking about hours and stuff like that. Justin, what do you think about like, there's a lot of discussion about grabbing bubble players and giving them a chance. What did you think about that whole
Give 'em a
ordeal? If you
chance.
saw- Did you see that?
Based off of the NA ranked lobbies, it's looking chalked in the NA region right now.
Oh no.
Maybe besides like a few players. But it just does not look great.
So could you see a migration to EU, to greener pastures? Do you think that's a
Is
play?
it greener pastures? It's more competitive though.
But like, if it's more competitive, so I noticed
Like NA players going to
Rettles
EU?
was streaming the other day. He was streaming twos. He had Alpha 54 in his
Mm.
team, and he was against Jstn and Rise, and it had been the same lobby a few games in a row. Alpha and Rettles were winning 3-1, and then Rettles, it's 2 minutes into the game, he takes a look at the scoreboard, and he had like 14 points or something. He's just like, oh, I have 14 points. I gotta do something. So he like started ball chasing, like trying to get saved. He's trying to do something to help Alpha win the game. But yeah, after they got that lobby a few times, and he just said, these are the sweatiest lobbies I've ever played in. This is so fast. Like, he also went on to say that he doesn't really think that when he scrims EU teams, it's that different. He feels like it's the same in threes, but in twos, there was a noticeable difference
I mean,
in like quality.
The other day I played with a Chronic in twos, and just him alone, like you could just tell the speed difference.
Yeah.
See,
Off
yeah,
of
I
one
think it's
player from
pretty
the
accepted
entire
that
region.
EU twos is better
Yeah.
practice.
Oh,
so
100%.
that would be the greener pastures that I'm talking about. If you go to EU, you play EU twos, you're probably going to improve because it's more efficient practice than NA twos, US
Yeah.
East twos, and that seems to be a very agreed on statement that EU twos is just where it's at right now.
Yeah.
So if you were looking for big NA reset, more opportunity, would you look at like more upcoming players? I don't even know like a range here, but I mean obviously there's like Two Piece and Parth. Those are like the main
I mean,
ones being
yeah,
talked
no,
about now.
they definitely came
Like,
like,
yeah,
also
those guys are like
Cheese,
proven.
Like
yeah.
Cheese has been solid the past year.
Yeah,
Yep.
And you want like Sosa has been getting really good again too. What other
Turbo.
players do we have? Turbo's on the come up.
Mm-hmm.
New player.
Almost made closed.
Yeah, just give him 5 years, he'll do a Hoxer. He'll just come
Yeah.
back.
people are even saying like, yeah, Percy. I mean, Percy's always been like
Forky.
somewhat solid. I mean, I played him in ranked the
Mm.
other day. Ranked doesn't really matter like sometimes, like because you can just not care. Like nothing's really on the line.
Mhm.
He was playing solid. Zanil's really solid as well. I don't know.
But
Scribbles is
How old
solid
is
as well.
Scribbles?
I think he's 13.
He's got like a year and a
He's
half.
13. That's
so.
Something like that,
honestly
yeah.
like fine because if he just keeps.
But I
grinding.
still feel like these up and coming North Americans have been stunted by the fact that it's just a worse region, like ranked wise and stuff. Like compared
I
to
think
the,
ranked is a lot more important and always has been more
Yeah, I
important
think
than
it is.
people realize because that's a large portion of players' upbringing when they're like improving. You pretty much like play ranked, exclusively until you transition to 6-man small tournaments. Like ranked is a huge part of players' like early days success
Mhm.
and learning. And then even when you're a pro, it's a large part of like a lot of players' practice. So just play ranked
Yep.
twos.
But also, I don't know. I feel like it's a mindset thing we talk about, like the cringe stuff. But I was almost like sweating is cringe. So like I feel like these players that are up and coming are like watching the pros and are like conditioning themselves to, like we joked about how playing ranked in NA, right? It's like if you're you're playing and the guy that's on the ball like defending you has like 20 boosts or something or 10 boosts, you're like, go back, bro. Like you've got just give me some space. Like what are you doing? Like leave.
You're not
just
doing
leave.
anything. You have 10 boosts, just go
just
away.
leave. Like you're being cringe. Like stop stop ball chasing.
Stop ball
You know what I
chasing,
mean?
so, yeah.
And I feel like these up and coming players like condition themselves to like go back, and it's they're very mechy like these NA young guys, but I feel like they're lacking what you see with like the EU ranked, which is just like on ball, like cutting
just
rotation,
ball
like
chasing,
K-Corp.
yeah.
It's basically
It's
like
literally
permanent
just
ball
ball
chasing.
chasing.
Like everyone on the ball all at once.
That's
And
why
it's
I
kinda
think
like a
that's what
play style thing.
Rattles is like. This is so fast, is because every play, somebody's just on
There's
the
always
ball.
someone on you. Yeah, you don't
Always
have
someone on the
time.
ball. You
No
have
one
no
cares.
time.
I feel like no
Yeah.
one cares if like they're getting beat, and then like here it's like you're scared. Like I don't know. Most people, most players in NA, I feel like are scared to just go for the ball.
Mm.
I don't know. There's so many times where I play twos ranked, and like I like to play like more passive. I don't like to like
Yeah.
ball chase and stuff. And then my teammates playing passive with me. I'm like, bro, just cut the ball for me, and then if I need to, I'll cut the ball for you. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just do something like help me.
Mhm.
And then like just watching EU, like yeah, just a straight up cutting go. If you get beat, you get beat. Your teammates behind you to clean up whatever mistake you made. Not even a mistake, but
It's
whatever
if
touch
you're
was
gonna
around
get
it.
outplayed anyway, make it as early as possible so
Yeah.
that your teammate has more time,
Mhm.
and even you have more time to get back.
Yeah.
So that's the EU2's meta. It's just very aggressive. I think like Middle East also has a little bit of part of that because they play on
EU.
low. They play on high ping, but it's low enough
Yeah.
that it is favorable. It's like it's easier for them to play by just going, rather than trying to play reactive. with
Holy
high
liquid
ping.
elevate starting. It is day 2.
Oh my
God,
god!
wait, Elevate won.
Down?
Elevate
Let's
go
go.
win.
That's big.
Make
That's
the
big.
script.
Oh,
Don't watch
that's it,
this.
that's it.
We're not meant to be showing this to you guys.
See, I told you it was possible.
This is what Chalk Live does. You
I
get to
told you
see
it's
what's
possible.
happening. Oh my goodness, what a game! You talk about the play styles and stuff as well. Do you feel like you personally, do you feel like you need to change individually anything with your style with the current meta of Rocket League, or it's more about like finding a new team?
Oh,
and-
100%. I mean, I think everyone has everything, like something to work on.
Yeah.
I don't think like there's the perfect player. Like Zen, for example, he's very good. I think like what makes him so good is like his consistency.
Yeah.
I don't see anything like he's very good mechanically, but it's not like for me it's not revolutionary. Maybe for other people it is, but
Yeah.
I just think he's very good.
You don't see
consistently.
anything that you're like, well, I don't know how I could ever do this. You're just like,
No.
okay, he's very consistent at
Yeah.
doing things that are
But
possible.
he's like ceiling,
Yeah.
like how he gets a touch and then like pings it off the backboard.
That's
like
kind of
Ray said,
crazy. Yeah,
is-
where
is
he
so
it's like a
consistent.
air dribble to ceiling pinch, ceiling recovery,
Yeah.
double tap, all in one.
So
That's
consistent.
a very he's very consistent at that.
Very, very consistent. But
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of players could do what he does. It's
Mhm.
just not at that level. Like
Not
back to back to back to back.
Yeah.
And he screws up once, but every other player would like screw up, maybe hit it, but
Mhm.
very badly. And I don't know. He's just really consistent. What he does.
Yeah, I think. For me, it's clear that he learns very fast because he never played ones until like a month or two before he became undebatably a top ones player very quickly, and he picked it up so fast. And I saw his development even because like in his earlier show matches, I'm like, oh, he's a bit rough around the edges. There's some clear
Yeah.
things he's still to work on, but he's obviously ridiculously talented. And then fast forward a few more matches, I'm like, oh, he's not even bad at that anymore. Oh, he's not even bad at this. This isn't even a weakness. Something that was a weakness like a week ago. No, it's not even a weakness anymore. He's just better at that already. So yeah, that made it pretty obvious to me that he's very talented because he learns fast. Like he just clearly knows how to improve quickly. It just comes naturally to him.
Now, I mentioned, it's good to see SSG, as not the 3 best players in the region, but just a great team. However, going the opposite direction, potentially V1 pick up first killer. Let's talk about the super team potential.
I don't think that happened.
They've both like deliberately thrown to line it up.
But let's talk about if it does
Okay.
happen. where do you think that team's going to be a Vitality contender, a best team in the world? Or are you on the best team, not the best players?
I think they're all very good individually, of course.
Yes.
Team-wise, what just happened? Team-wise, I don't know. That could get
T-base
very
with
chaotic
Goku.
very quickly.
Mm.
I don't know.
Saying like playstyle wise,
I don't know. I feel like all 3 of them are their own star players, so I feel like they're always going to be wanting to do like star type of plays.
Mm.
I feel like they're going to get in the way of each other, trying to just like go for peak plays, go for like I don't know. Just
They all
crazy
want to be
stuff.
the guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you could put yourself on a team, let's go away from North America because that'll create drama. If you could put yourself on a European team,
Yeah.
who would you? What team would you like to play for in Europe? Because then this can't be redditable.
See, the thing is, for me, that's a hard question because I don't really watch EU and I don't know
Yeah,
many
that's
of the
true.
play styles.
I could
I
ask
just
you
want teammates-
North America, but I,
I
feel
want
like you're not going
teammates
to
to
tell me.
support me. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't care if they're
are
like.
you saying NRG didn't support you?
Wow,
they didn't support me? No, I'm kidding.
it's kind of what he said.
I just want to, like if I ever have future teammates, I just want to be supported. I'll support them like in game. I just don't want like I don't know.
You
Would
just
you-
want
would
you
you
just want the good vibes.
I
Would
just
you
want the good
consider-
vibes. I want to
Yeah.
vibe out.
Would you consider moving to EU to try and stop the
ICE?
French? Because the
No.
French are kind of like
I was.
they're big. What about you move to the UK, join a couple of like a couple of UK players?
Or-
They all speak
mentioned
English.
this. I mentioned this on my
ICE.
stream a few days back. Last season I was asked, for a tryout for Moist.
Yeah.
I said probably not just because EU, and I don't know if I'm like mentally prepared to do that.
Mhm.
And then I found out at the time when Rise was was joining Oxygen, I had Joria's DM me on Steam,
Yeah.
and I didn't find out he DM'd me on Steam because I have my
We'll
notice
rotate.
off and I
Yeah.
have the sound off.
Oh, you just missed it.
I missed it.
You
So
missed
I
it.
got on like a
Hi,
little
guys.
later and not the same day, but I got on like a few days after, like almost a week after, and
Yeah.
that message was just there.
Oh,
And at the time, like they were
my.
picking up Rise, and I was like, oh, I didn't even bother responding because I felt so bad.
But you could. I think you.
And
could,
Archie's in here too.
Archie is
disgusting. Sis, Archie.
disgusting.
I think you could thrive in the UK. I think you would
I just-
enjoy yourself. You've got like free healthcare. It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Rizzo's left his own show.
I just
Big
don't
dub.
know if I'm like prepared to leave the fam,
Man
like my
goes.
family.
Yeah, yeah.
I live with my parents still, but like,
You should bring them with you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Could you
the fab.
see yourself succeeding though in another region?
I mean, I highly doubt EU wants an NA washed player.
No.
Let's
And
not let's
you-
not
I
say
mean,
all washed.
let's
Like,
make it
like
clear.
NRG entity
You're
is
not
washed, but
washed.
none of the
Yeah, you're
players
not
are
washed.
You're not washed.
You're not washed. Everybody I think like a chat. If this is something I've said in my stream, I'm not glazing. I think Justin is top 10 NA even now. Top 10 as a player. NA.
Really?
Type 1 if you agree.
Justin's top 5 players I'm scared to play in NA.
Top 10
Still
NA,
around.
1 if you agree. And that's like, NA's definitely like stacked in the top 10 this season. I'm including imports in this,
Yeah,
not
he's
just
still
North
easily
Americans.
You know what's
Same.
crazy to me? Crap. When was it? It was one of the regionals. I think we were, or one of the majors. I think we were about to make it, and then since Gen G moved, our spot we were like sixth.
Yeah,
so
we were sixth.
if only they didn't move.
You were
here,
sixth
man.
because they joined NA. Yeah, you beat
We would've-
Complexity,
we would've made
beat
it.
Furia. Didn't Gen G like too much though.
We would have made it, man.
Yeah, welcome Rise. You just
Welcome,
finished some
Rise.
content,
Welcome.
and he's come through, which is
And
absolutely
trust us,
goated.
Rizzo is still here. We still have our host.
We still have our production
He's somewhere.
guru
Do
somewhere
not panic.
kicking about. He's probably just gone to the bathroom. He likes going to the bathroom to give Moist luck.
Yeah.
But Rise, all EU top 4. T-Bates has just tweeted.
Well, not necessarily.
Why not necessarily?
We'll
Oh no, all EU in the
Upper bracket.
upper bracket.
at least
You're right,
3
yeah.
EU in the top 4.
So-
4 EU teams, top 6.
T-Bates tweets
All
EU
French.
all top 4. He means EU all upper semis. The only upper bracket teams left are EU. Respectable.
Only French
But
player teams.
yeah, all
are
the
in
teams
top.
French players
Yeah.
have stayed in the upper bracket. But he goes on to say that nonsense narrative that they were going to walk in and just whoop everyone was proven wrong today and will continue to be proven wrong. Put some respect on the rest of the world. Vitality pushed to the limit. Moist had to work against OG. BDS had multiple OTWs.
Two. We had
And K
two.
Carp had to reverse sweep OCE. So is that copium or is he cooking?
He is coping. I think I saw people in the replies being like, if it was NA teams in the top 4 and
Oh, yeah.
people are arguing, he'd be like, win's a win.
Mm-hmm.
G2,
Yeah.
the machine, they're going all the way.
That's true.
It is a bit of
If
T-Bates.
you got evidence of that, look at the winter major last.
But it's not
last
like
split.
everyone,
last
all the
season.
EU teams have come and swept everyone. Like, they are still good
There were no
teams.
sweeps actually in the
No.
upper round 1, which is crazy.
Every team's good. Elevate looked good against
Elevate
Vitality.
looked good, yeah.
They did. Yeah, they did.
I have Elevate taking at least 1 off Liquid tomorrow.
Oh, for sure.
But
yeah,
I think the argument wasn't like, oh, EU's just like not going to drop a single game. It's just like EU is better. And they've
Gonna
proven,
win.
even though it was close, that EU is better. Like,
Yeah.
it's not.
I
That's
think
just
so.
End of story.
I think EU just, like, I'm obviously now a part of a French team.
Yeah.
And, like, is the word camaraderie? Like,
Mhm.
it's friendship, but at the same time, everyone wants to beat each other between the French. Like, being a part of it is actually kind of insane.
Yeah.
Because everyone's just boys with everyone, but they all want each other to do well, but they also want them to flop in a way.
Yeah.
So it's actually insane to be a part of, but yeah, no. EU's just, like, the small details EU just has over NA and everyone else right now.
And you, look, I feel like throughout the week talking to you, you've been so confident going in based on your screams and stuff. After day 1, are you still have that confidence? Like, because people are saying, oh, Rise is always confident. But I was saying, no, trust me. Like, you've been different, like, I feel like the last few days. Just your confidence in this team.
Yeah, I mean, hi. Do you want your mic back?
No, it's fine. You keep it.
Yeah, no, I genuinely don't know why, but I feel so confident that we can go all the way.
And Vitality tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm confident.
You
No,
excited
not
about that?
tomorrow.
Oh, sorry,
Saturday.
2 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bryce is
But,
keeping us right here.
I am very confident for that as well.
That's cool. That's that's I think going to be a really big match. They've had your number online, but LAN, you think is different. Well, they did struggle. They lost the game to Elevate. Alpha Redilson didn't look like they were anywhere near
AJG
themselves. AJG missed an open net in order for Vitality to not go lower
Have you seen
bracket.
it from
Yeah,
his
It was
POV?
bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
He flipped out of the way.
so
If-
like
I said, if his controller DC'd when he single jumped, they would have won.
yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
said.
he
Single
didn't
jump
have to
was
jump.
good, and then he dodged.
Yeah.
The single jump
Yeah.
was good because it was so open for a while. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, all that to say, Vitality don't look as dominant as they did at this stage of any of the EU regionals.
No.
So, do you think that's going to continue tomorrow? Can you guys keep them on that track, or it's in 2 days? Sorry.
I mean, we're going to try. That's the plan. I've said it since I've spoke to you, I've spoke to loads of people, but I genuinely think we have everything we need to win the tournament. I feel super good right now. I feel super good with my teammates right now. So we'll see.
Do you think the Vitality have struggled because they're playing teams that aren't EU? Like, I feel like the Elevate one's a bit different. It's almost like, okay, we can't lose this. Like, this is APAC. But then the Complexity series, do you think it's a bit of that like element of the unknown for them? Is that why they didn't look as good? They're not looking like online Vitality?
I mean, maybe, but I mean, I think just LAN's just a different
Yeah, it
beast. They've prioritized scrimming abroad teams, so they've prioritized NA teams, stuff like that. Whilst they've been here, so to me that says they kind of think they have everyone in their pocket type thing.
Yeah, they think
They kind of think okay, now we just need to get good at get good versus the NA teams, and we've got it in the bag. But yeah, hopefully we can prove them wrong.
Zen's look very good, to be fair.
Zen's been the best.
Zen's been
Alpha and Redilson
unreal.
have been pretty poor.
He
No, I think
carried it
Alpha's
versus
been-
Elevate.
Alpha's been decent, I think.
Decent. But not online.
No,
Yeah.
but I
Online,
mean,
obviously, he was insane.
is he gonna be
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
hard. It's not easy.
He's pretty good online, though.
Yeah, tomorrow, so we were looking at the bracket earlier, Rise. Tomorrow, Elevate Liquid, winner plays Optic.
Yeah,
Who do you think makes it out of that quadrant?
Liquid.
And then we've got
To be
Gen G
honest.
Crew, winner plays SSG. Who have you got there?
Gen G Crew, winner plays SSG. SSG or Gen G probably.
I think SSG. takes
SSG.
that, yeah.
Gen G.
Yeah. Gen G won. They were good against us, but they were Gen G against us. They're good, but I think as the season's gone on and people have got better, they've kind of not stagnated. They've just stayed at the same type of level. And
Isn't that
people-
stagnated?
I don't want to
it's
say
like maybe they've
stagnated, it's
improved
kinda
less.
dissing them because I don't think they've just gone flat, but I don't think they've improved at the rates everyone else has.
Yeah. Okay, then we got Power Ground Zero, first of all, who wins that for the world
That is
spot.
I'll be there no matter what for that series. That is a big series. I think
Literally.
Power win.
Power. And then
Power.
against, they play Rule 1.
Rule 1.
Rule
Rule 1
one.
were good against us.
Yeah.
They have issues, but they are a good team. They're not perfect, but they have the pieces.
And then lastly, Furia Nip, winner plays Complexity.
Fury are just the Sam Daddies. I can't see them losing to one of their next
I'm
of
hoping
kin.
there's at least one upset.
I hope so as well,
Yeah.
but with those games, I don't really...
Yeah.
If
Maybe
you
the
wanted
SSG
one
would
upset,
be-
who would it be?
So do we have in the lowers again?
Like, would it be like a
N-
crew
NIP.
taking down an NA?
NIP.
NIP Furia.
Furia.
Elevate Liquid.
Elevate beating
That would
Liquid.
be
Gen
that
G
would be
Crew.
something. Gen G Crew.
Gen G Crew.
Yeah. Oh man.
And then, yeah, Power Ground Zero, the OCE.
Oh man,
match.
that top side of the lower bracket. I love at least one person on that team. Realize. Love Realize. Such a good kid. A Chronic.
Realize was so funny. Did you see him in the series? They were 4-1 down against Vitality with 20 seconds left. They scored. Realize stood up come on!
No,
We can win
he
this.
dropped 850
Oh,
points in
he
game 2.
popped
I was
off.
like, look at him go. He scored the winning goal, 850 points or something. Actually insane. He's been the best player in Japan for I don't know
Yeah.
how long.
Yeah.
Since 2016, 17. He's
He's-
still at that level.
so-
He's
such
actually
a pure
gone
human
better.
being. He's
Like,
so good.
Yeah, he's so toxic in League of Legends that we play League of Legends with
Oh
him.
my
He's solo
God.
top lane. He's Mundo top lane, and he's just getting
never
solo
leaves the
killed.
lane.
He's just by himself, getting solo killed, and then like we're like fighting for an objective across the map with the rest of the gang, and then realize just like, somebody help me! You guys are terrible. What are you doing? Why is nobody helping me?
Trash team.
He's just 1v1.
He's been like chat banned in like so many games. As well. Like, he plays like Overwatch. He's been banned in that. Like he realizes actually
He's
toxic.
so
He's
toxic,
the nicest
bro.
human being in real life, but online he is toxic. He's so funny.
That is phenomenal.
I think Liquid wins that game tomorrow, but if any upset, that would be the upset. I
That
think.
would be
That would be the
incredible.
upset of all
If
upsets.
Liquid lose, that would be insane.
Yeah.
It'd be such like for T-Bates to hang on to as well.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
EU, the other 4 EU teams are really good,
Oh,
but
man.
Liquid losing and be like, I told you this region was bad.
I just can't believe he's still in denial. It's incredible. He's so
Yeah.
good at like remaining in denial. It's unbelievable. Did you see his tweet, Rise? I can't remember if you were here when we read it out.
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
obviously,
Ridiculous.
yeah. He said we went to
Absolutely.
multiple OTs when we went to 2. One of them, we were 3-0 up in the first game, and we went to overtime and then won an OT.
The other one was like the 2v2 game.
The other one was the one where there was literally a rule 1 for 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
a 2v2
So
game.
funny. And then,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
me and Shogun thought, we saw it across the pitch. We just saw, like, Rawast car moving this way. We're like, oh, I think Seiko bumped him. So we're like,
Yeah.
we roasted Seiko the entire overtime, like, as being the biggest rat in the Rocket League scene, sitting in a headlock for, like, 3 minutes just to then break it when he thinks he can score. But it was actually Rawast who reversed away from it and jumped to save the ball.
Yeah, we read that.
Yeah, we read this on
It's such code.
teammates. Oh, my goodness.
Someone made a great point. This is the first chalked episode. Rise has been on about 15 times. This is the first time he's had a good camera.
oh, my
I
goodness.
First
swear,
time you've been on camera.
Every time, like, I've sent the screenshots. Like, my webcam doesn't work
Yeah.
on your, like, Ninja link or whatever
Yeah.
it is. It doesn't work.
What, leaked? Leaked the ninja.
Yeah. One day.
That's crazy.
So we've got to wrap up in like 8 minutes, chat. But if you have any questions for Rise or Justin, now's the time.
I have a question for Justin.
You have a
Oh,
question for
gosh.
Justin? Go fire away.
My question is, 'cause
Non-PR.
I've said it on Chalk so many times. After, like, obviously Worlds, you guys got top 8. What made you guys stay like together for?
Oh, we sort of asked you. I'm glad you can go harder at it though. Go harder.
No,
at
I was
it.
just asking, what made you guys stay like so long as a trio? Like, not even thinking about, well, I don't know if you were, but thinking about other rosters or making a change in NRG.
I think I told this to everyone else earlier. We felt, I don't know, every time we scrimmed was like it was good vibes, and we felt improvement off of scrims. We were super confident in ourselves, even though like we were good in scrims, but we really sucked at just translating it into actual
Tournaments.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. We really just believed that we could get on top again, even though we knew like most teams were like, you know, constantly getting better. But we knew like we felt like we could get better with them as well. So we decided just to stick it out for one more season just to see how it goes, because we just straight up believed.
Fair enough.
And I don't know. It's sometimes like, you know, I'm so happy I did it with them, man. Out of anyone else, like
yeah.
that I've known Squishy since
PS4.
exactly 2015. And then I got introduced to Garrett from Squishy. Garrett used to call me trash in threes lobbies when I used to play with him. But like out of anyone else in the community, like any other player, I'm so happy I did it with both of them. Even if we straight up call L's.
Good vibes though.
I mean, you guys did bits in what, the second to last regional?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So we're making
Top
it
four,
like a major charge type beat.
I think that like that month break of after regional 2 really just screwed us,
Yeah.
because we took like a week off of scrims, and after that like it was kind of hard to get back into like I don't know.
groove.
Yeah, exactly. And we felt like we just lost everything, but we were still trying our very hardest. It's just the break kind of screwed us.
So,
up.
like, recapping that roster, obviously you had a pretty fantastic RLCS online.
Mhm.
You guys are pretty good. You had the runner-up at the full major last year as well against BDS. But would you say the highlight of that roster was retiring me at Worlds last season? Would you say that's probably the highlight of that NRG roster? Or? No? No?
Wait, say that again.
You retired me.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Was that the highlight of the roster?
Yeah. I think so.
Imagine were you worried at all? Like, we're actually potentially going to lose this to CJ. They were 2-2. They were, I think,
Oh
beating
no,
you
no,
in
no,
game
no,
5.
not at all. I was
No?
so confident. I don't know
Yeah.
if anyone watched like the comms on that video. That last game, I called the first kickoff. I'm scoring off the rip.
Okay.
I was so confident, and then I ended up.
I've
think-
never
I
seen the
think-
comms of that.
I think
I'll go
my
back and watch
comms were,
that.
we're getting scored on.
Oh, no.
Oh, well. Yeah, you win some.
No,
So-
but for real though, that whole frickin' ceremony made me sad.
Yeah, no,
thanks.
same.
Let's recap.
That was very emotional.
Very, very
So,
emotional.
question
This was a long
from
time.
I did
Peachy
die.
from the Patreon Discord. What
Yep.
game, we'll reboarded this a little bit. What game outside of Rocket League do you guys play the most?
CS.
CS? I do see you in CS a lot.
I play CS. I surf or KZ.
Okay.
Occasionally do some matchmaking, face it. And then kind of just Roblox.
What face it level are you?
7, 8, I think.
Ooh.
And then Roblox kind of slaps. I mean, you have so many games on there.
Roblox. Rizzo's nodding
He's
over
So
there
big,
off
in, he's
camera.
big in his Roblox.
And recently BattleBit. BattleBit's a banger of a game.
Mhm.
So probably those 3 right now.
Okay. In 5 years' time, this is from
I'll be
Naribel
flipping burgers.
on Discord. No,
Oh my god.
that wasn't the question, but in 5 years' time, what team/org/players do you predict will still be around performing in at least top 10 RLCS? I think top 10 RLCS teams
I think
worldwide.
Vatira, Zen,
Garrett.
Garrett,
Garrett,
will
oh,
be
that's a
grinding
good
still.
I know Garrett and Squisher will be grinding still.
I'll still be grinding, but will I still be top 10?
Top 10 team.
That's the plan.
In 5 years' time, so that's a long time for esports, long time for Rocket League.
In 5 years' time, you say these people are still playing, but could you see like Daniel not being mechanical anymore?
No,
Considered
that's the thing.
mechanical.
Like people
Where
say,
are we
like
right
you
now?
lose your
Again?
mechanics when you get older, but I think that's complete cap. Like Curtis Cannon is out there
Mm.
looking majestic on the field, and he's
He
21, 22.
Yeah, he is.
Like you don't lose your mechanics. Like Justin, you're still mechanical. You're what, 20?
Yeah, I'm turning 21 in a month.
Yeah. So like,
I
as,
am, I'm
as
getting
you
old.
like, you're not 16 anymore, and you're still mechanical. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
we
I think
never
that's a
lost to
myth.
Rizzo, did we?
we
never lost our mech.
Rizzo's controls just like nerf him of any mechanics.
Yeah.
I still can't believe you use your thumbstick, dude.
Yeah, you literally have turbo. You literally do.
He has turbulence. He just breaks in the air.
So there's also a new question from Chance on the Discord.
Yep.
What happens to G2 next season? I mean, G2 are already
Oh.
G2 are at Worlds, so like they're not
Was-
done.
Did
They're
I
actually
say
at
on
Worlds.
chalk?
Are
that
they at Worlds? Is that
I think
confirmed?
they're
I thought there's
all-
like a
they-
chance.
yeah.
If they're not locked, they are essentially locked. I think. I think it's as
Okay.
close to locked as you can get.
Yeah.
They're not official yet.
Justin probably knows more behind the
Do you know
scenes
behind
stuff.
the scenes stuff that you can't share with us?
I can tell you that I know absolutely nothing about any other NA team besides ours. Basically, that's
Okay.
And what's happening there?
I
Love to
think
try.
I think if
roster moves. Maybe EU transfer,
Yeah.
OCE transfer,
Oh, man.
APAC transfer.
Oh.
Oh.
Now you guys just got to guess which
Those going
one.
to the Guangdongs.
the, oh my god,
No,
the Shanghai Sharks.
I was gonna say. I think it was on chalk that I said that after San Diego, I thought G2 would make a change. But I guess NA teams just aren't as impulsive as like me or EU teams. Obviously not me.
You're
obviously
like
not
a
me.
very unique situation.
Yeah.
I could see at Worlds if G2 don't do good at Worlds, I could see the big fella Jnaps retiring. I don't know if you
Yeah.
want to go.
He's talked about it for a while, hasn't he?
He has. He's ads. Let's get into the juicy topics while you listen to
Yeah,
ads.
facts.
Yeah, I could see that. Like, I don't think he should, but I think that he, he's one of those players who's been around for a while. So it's whether he has the motivation to run it back for another season.
If he doesn't make Worlds, I feel like he'll maybe chalk it up. Because I think that, I mean, he's won a major, he's won regionals. Like his thing that he hasn't won, like, I feel like 100% if he won Worlds, he'd just
He'd
get
retire.
on the mic on the interview and say like, "This is it, I'm done."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he'd probably do that.
He
but
did sort of say that in an interview, didn't he? He's like, "This is the one thing that I don't have yet,
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean,
like to complete the career."
I was gonna say he's like a legend. Like
Yeah.
if anyone deserves it, it'd be him. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
just like hang up the sticks and.
So right now, G2 are seed 4 for NA. I
Mhm.
think if Space Station win one more series, they pass
Pass them.
G2.
No.
But it's very. I mean, it's a long way away for Furia or Optic to pass them.
Where's Complexity?
Complexity are good.
They're
Like
good.
I think they're
Yeah.
already. Yeah, they've clinched
Okay.
wildcard already.
Yeah.
It just is. It depends on whether or not they'll clinch main event. But yeah,
Mhm.
G2. I think NA 5 seed is the lowest they would drop, and
Mhm.
in order for them to go to Worlds, they would just need 2 NA teams to make top 8. Or not even that. I think they're. I think,
think
they're-
it's just
I think the
done, yeah.
world where they don't clinch is so ridiculous that they've essentially clinched. Like
Yeah.
it would need
Have
to be
V1
still silly.
clinched?
V1 are in massive trouble because
Really?
Furia and Optic would pass V1 if either of them make top 8. Optic just need to win one series tomorrow to pass V1. And if they do that, I'm pretty sure V1 are already eliminated. I think
Really?
Oh,
Optic
yeah.
making top 8, V1 are out.
Is that already a failed transfer then? Daniel, they win one
See,
regional,
the
don't make
thing-
the major, and then don't make Worlds.
The thing I've heard from NA people whilst I've been here is that Com was like the best on their team this split. Like I've had several people tell me that like players, not random people on the street.
Well, like in scrims or in RLCS?
No, like in RLCS, like they genuinely think Com's been the best this split.
I'll be honest, I didn't see that.
So if I haven't watched,
I don't think he's been the problem, but I don't think he was the best.
I haven't watched, but
yeah,
apparently if he has, then I'd call it a failed transfer.
Yeah, I haven't really watched, but I feel like it's another one of the scenarios where it's like the star player, like Beast Mode and Dan, maybe try to do too much
Yeah,
sometimes.
trying to outshine
just
each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So the reason it's bad for V1 is because if Optic can beat the winner of Elevate Team Liquid, that will push V1 to NA7. So forget about what Fury are doing. If Fury make top 8 as well, V1 are out. We talked about that like before the event. But the issue is that Gen G and SSG are in the same bracket. Furia and Complexity are in the same bracket. That means that maximum 3 NA teams can make top 8, which means that NA 4th seed is going to finish behind EU's 4th seed. So EU's 4th seed has literally stolen V1's world spot already.
Is that why G1
Yeah, that's why G1 have clinched, just
Have you
because
seen-
EU's 4th seed has already clinched Worlds, and that means that V1 cannot clinch with NA 4 seed for wildcard. They would need both Optic and Furia to lose tomorrow, or else V1 are out.
Have you seen the drama with G1 that they've been playing tournaments with like Dian instead of Oli?
And now
they
they
have to
made
go to
Worlds?
It's gonna be so
Oh,
awkward.
no, I didn't notice
Oh.
that. What? Why would they do that? I
I
feel like
don't
their
know.
chances of making Worlds were really good.
I literally was. I can't remember what I was texting Oli about, or he messaged me, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, we haven't scrimmed for ages," and I was like, "You can still make Worlds," and he was like, "What? Can we?" Like he genuinely had no
What?
idea.
What?
That's
So-
like... They were, I think, not likely. It was like, let's say 50-50 for G1 to make Worlds.
thought
That's
they'd-
and
insane.
then not screwing.
I always, since I joined BDS, I've had it in my head. EU will have 7 spots.
The only like wildcard is like they might not if Sam and if like Rule 1 get top 4, then G1 might miss it because Sam could get like 9th and finish ahead of them. So like it wasn't clear, but what are they doing? That is-
LCT's announced he's looking for team, but they've made Worlds.
Yeah. No, but to be fair, that's different because like,
They said their last tournament is going
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so yeah,
still
that's different.
I know, but it's still like, let's focus on that and deal with the things afterwards. I don't know. There's a lot of things. Obviously, we've got Gamers 8 coming up afterwards as well. So there's a lot of like
Yeah,
pre-moves happening for that event as well. It's gonna be interesting.
Forgot that was a thing.
If any orgs want me there, hit me up. I'm free.
yes.
I'm free
Rise
at
is-
cost.
Yeah, because you didn't qualify. He's not making a meme about he's just like going to leave BDS regardless of what happens for the rest of the season.
But by
That's 'cause
then-
he didn't qualify. By then,
By then, my contract's up. So I could be. Who knows?
could be. But that's actually gonna be a wrap, I believe, right? Rizzo, do you want to
Well-
sign us off?
Well, do
Well,
do we want to come back to the main? Do we want to kick these two off? We'll call it off, and then we'll bring Rizzo back in.
Yeah, fair enough. Do you want to outro it?
You can-
Yeah, bring him back in. Thank you,
we'll
Rise,
say
for joining.
thank you to Rise
and
Thank you,
Justin.
Justin, so much for joining. And we'll see you later on this
It's
week.
been a pleasure.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Appreciate that. Great work out there.
Appreciate great work out there.
But we've
Thank
got
you.
people are asking when are we done so they can go
W
get dinner.
guests.
I was going to get left.
Whoa!
W guests.
That's on
W
me.
guests.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're getting spammed by other people asking, "Are you guys done yet? We want to go get dinner." So we
Okay. Is that why we're
better
done?
go
I was
soon.
Are we
just
done?
chat. I was
We
going to
better go
talk to you
soon.
guys all night, but apparently.
Yeah, I was ready to just sit in that
Yeah.
chair all night, Micheless. I didn't mind. I was chill. I was like, look at this content
Rizzo
going
was
on.
like, they can't even like make memes about me not talking anymore. I told you about Mike. It's so perfect.
I wasn't even there for half the show.
If we get 100 subs right now, a 24-hour stream this.
Don't
no,
say that.
no,
Don't
sorry.
say
I'm
that.
sorry. I was joking.
That's
I was
a
joking.
lie.
I was joking.
That's
Don't
a
do
terrible number. Why would you say
that.
100?
That wasn't much at all.
That one person could do that.
It's actually,
don't do it.
and I'm not getting that money either, so that was a terrible thing.
Don't-
Nah, look, we
no.
need to
don't-
get that in
do not do
Civic.
that. Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
do 100 subs. You're
Twitch-
getting
okay.
Twitch
scammed.
is getting that
Don't
money.
do it,
That was
guys.
a
Not even
scam.
me.
That was a scam. That
That
was
was
a scam. I'll
literally a
openly
scam.
say that was a scam.
But if you guys want to drop a Prime sub, we wouldn't mind.
yeah, if you drop, actually, have you? Can we exclamation mark patron in chat? Patreon, should I say?
Yeah, hit that Patreon.
Because if you guys don't realize, if you guys want more content, because obviously we're going to wrap it up here. Obviously, we'll be live again tomorrow. Rizzo will be back for the viewing streams, but we've got 9 extra bonus episodes on
10.
there.
I think it's 10, yeah.
We've got
Yeah.
10. We've
We-
got 10 bonus
we got
episodes.
so
And
many we
counting.
can't count
And-
anymore.
and
We've
counting.
got 10 bonus. Does this link
And-
work?
and there's a new-
popping up?
Yeah, it does.
Okay,
But
settle down
there's
with
also new bonus episodes every week.
Yeah.
Except for
Yeah,
this
every
next
week.
upcoming
Except for
week because
this-
we're going to
except
be
for this
late.
coming
No, there will be
That
one
was going
next
to be
week.
just
There
a
will
couple
be. It's
days
gonna be late,
Couple
yeah.
days late because we want to wait until after the major, do a major stories episode,
Yeah.
which will cover days 2, 3, and 4 because this is day 1.
Yeah.
So we'll do days 2, 3, and 4 in the bonus episode.
And I actually know, I mean, I've seen the viewer count. I know we have a lot of new viewers here right now. We do a Shotcast,
Yeah, this
unless
is
there's
us.
traveling, right?
Yeah.
We do a Shotcast every week, basically. We try to do it every Monday. So we actually do this podcast. We get a guest from the Rocket League scene.
Or 2.
It's usually, or 2. It's usually online. This is the first live show we've actually
We want to do
ever
more of these,
gotten
so
done.
this is so much easier.
This should
We
be
don't
an
have to-
annual thing.
Yep.
We have
This is
so
actually
much.
so
When
much
me and
easier.
CJ are talking online, there's like half a second of ping
Yeah.
between what we say. We have to be so careful with in person. It's
Now we can
free.
just look at each other and
Yeah.
rub each other's knees. So
Yeah.
it's-
This is amazing. We
it's
should all
just-
like
I
live in
think
the
we
same
should-
place.
we
What are
should
we
do
doing?
like a post. We should be like the recap, like post-day show every day.
Except
should
tomorrow,
pitch
because
this.
tomorrow's really long.
Well,
so.
yeah. I mean, like in the
That's-
future though, like
Yeah,
we should
yeah.
pitch this to size. Type 1 in chat if you'd like to see the Chalked Boys after each day of a LAN, just hanging out.
Just
with
a
you
little
guys.
like,
Just
on the
vibing.
mainstream,
Little
just
debrief.
vibing, debrief. We get some
Little
guests
debrief.
in. And it's
Just
just
a
bit more
little bit of
casual.
a cool down, you know.
If it's on the mainstream, we can't be like we are on this podcast.
Riz is like, we can't farm primes. I don't know about that.
I don't know about all that, but we could still do the recap. You know, it could just be
Yeah.
on my channel. We
Because
don't-
you can have the first touch pre-show, you can have the Chalked post-show.
Mm.
I don't mind it. I think there's a bit on there. But yeah, it could be something in the works. But I've certainly enjoyed the live Chalked. Hopefully you guys have as well. It's been fantastic. But
Yeah, I don't even know how long this was. I think it was about an hour.
it's probably pretty good.
Yeah.
Shout out to Justin, who was just kind of hanging out over there and ended up being a guest.
Oh, well
yeah, we
done.
just
that
went
was-
like, come over
We
here. and then he was
absolutely like peer pressure him in, and he's like, sure.
No, I
was good.
think he likes doing stuff like this anyway. Well, I hope so. I hope he does.
Production's going nuts in the background.
But he was here as well.
Yeah,
um,
W show.
But yeah, I guess that's it.
That was sick though.
That's it.
Thank you so much
Thank you guys for
for
watching.
watching, listening. I'll get this on YouTube and Spotify and other platforms. I don't know if I can do it while I'm here. I can try, but I'm going to do it tomorrow morning. I'm just going to leave and eat dinner now. So, yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. We'll be back tomorrow. Well, maybe you guys come back.
we'll
on
say.
tomorrow.
We'll
We'll
come
be
up.
up here for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
But, I'll be live tomorrow with the viewing party with Athena, and we will see you guys. We'll see you guys then.
Peace.
Bye bye.